Hi, I'm Mike. Today is time to start a whole new cycle on the ranch. Calves are born every year, and one of the most important parts of that process is bringing the bulls to the cows. Moving bulls is so much different from moving cows, and working with them can be one of the most dangerous jobs on the ranch. Join us as we put the bulls to work on our Wyoming Life. Welcome back. As always, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing happening here on the ranch. Hit the bell notification as we have 3 new videos for you every single week. And if you'd like, give us that thumbs up if you enjoy what you see. And feel free to comment. We love to hear from you and hear your story and get to know you. When you drive down the road and look at all these fences, what we hope that you see when you look at them, and I hope you look at them just a little bit differently. Behind every single fence is a story, a family, a history, and a tradition. We invite you to come along with us and explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary as you learn our story. The ranch itself is a bit like that story, a story that repeats itself each and every year. Parts of that story can change, the details, but the main gist is always the same. We have baby calves in the spring, we make hay in the summer, hopefully, or else we buy hay, and we feed that hay all winter long. Another big part of that story is the place where I believe our story starts over, and that's the bringing of the bulls to the cows. Without this step, there are no baby cows, and without them, there wouldn't be mama cows. So for today, well, for me today, it marks a beginning of a new year, a new story, and a new beginning. This year, we added 3 new bulls to our herd. All 3 are Red Angus and purchased from a local producer. They're young bulls, only 2 years old, but they already weigh over 1,000 pounds apiece, and they're on their way to a ton when they're all grown up. Putting them in with the other bulls allows them to become acclimated with their new brothers. Fights will happen, but over time, they'll begin to form a bond. They'll determine a pecking order, and they'll learn who's in charge, and become more comfortable in their new role in the herd. The day that we put the bulls out with the cows is always met with excitement. I firmly believe the bulls know what's coming, and usually all I have to do is open a gate leading into the corrals, and they'll head right in all by themselves. I opened that gate last night, and now the bulls are ready to go, in the corral and waiting. It's been almost a year since they've seen the cows, and now they're ready to get to work. Although they are ready and anxious, it's now time for us to be our most cautious when we're around them. Moving cows is relatively easy. Cows have a fight or flight instinct, and most of the time a cow will run, fleeing the situation that she's put in. Bulls, however, have a tendency to swing to the other direction and fight. I mentioned before that we have a new group of bulls in this group, and because we do, we have decided to keep the 2 bulls that were going to be retired from the herd with these guys through this season. They've been through this many times, and because they're a little bit easier to move through the process. They know the trailer isn't there to hurt them. In fact, they may even know that the trailer is going to take them to a place that they really want to be this time of year. We have 7 bulls to move today. We should be able to fit 4 in the first trailer load, which will go directly to the cows. The other 3 in the second load, dropping off one of the younger ones to work with the heifers that we have. As we do with any livestock, our goal is to move them from larger to smaller corrals to work with and to get these guys into a trailer. A recent study from the United States Library of Medicine took a look at injuries and deaths occurring as the result of bulls in the U.S. According to this study, of injuries occurring while farming and ranching, 30% were the cause of livestock, and bulls were found to account for 25% of those injuries. Of those, more than 50% were fatal. So toying around with the bulls is no laughing matter. You never know what kind of mood a bull is in, and one that is docile one day may be completely different the next.
Like behind you.
Since I'm working alone today, my head is always on a swivel, keeping an eye on who's in front of me as well as who's behind me and trying to gauge their mood as I do it. Luckily for us, the bulls are in a pretty good mood today, but they don't get all the credit because even the day we choose to move them is not chosen by chance. I've found that bulls are less likely to want to do anything squirrely. If it's too cold or too hot or even too windy, they're not going to want to work with me. Choosing the day to work with them is just as important as how you work with them. As our first group moves up into the trailer, the older bulls get the idea right away, and the young one follows right along. Our next step is to medicate these guys a bit. Now you may have noticed the flies, and this time of year the flies are horrible in the bulls. In order to give them a little bit of relief, we're going to use ivermectin to help control them. The medication is a pour-on that'll eventually end up in their manure as well and prevent the development of fly eggs in manure and hopefully offer some continued relief over the next few weeks. With the bulls ready to go, we can make the couple of mile trip to the cows and reintroduce them to their boyfriends and the newcomers to the ranch. We drop off the bulls quite a ways from where the cows are, letting them come together naturally. Dropping them off in the middle of the herd has caused fights before, probably from overstimulation, and I don't want to be in the middle of it. Doing it this way allows them to come together naturally at their own pace. This is the getting to know you period of their day. The bulls will move through the herd, looking for a cow in heat and try their luck, which may not pan out right away. But soon the cows get with the program and we let nature take its course. After loading up the rest of the bulls, then it's off with them as well, dropping off the younger bull, this time with some first-time moms, the heifers. Now they seem quite intrigued by the new kid, and they put the chase on him. And maybe it'll take some time for him to warm up to them, but they definitely do like him. With the remainder of the bulls out doing their thing, the ranch will now cycle back around. Life will continue. A new batch of calves will soon be on the way, and a major milestone of the year is completed without any injuries to us or the bulls. Overall, a pretty good day for all those involved. With patience and perseverance, you can move mountains, and you can move mountains of testosterone too. Good luck, boys. Have fun, and always remember, call her in the morning. With that job done, we can knock out another one for the list and really bury ourselves into haying this year. The crop, well, it's not great, but it's better than nothing and it's better than last year. Make sure you subscribe and come back and join us as we continue bringing you hay harvest from the ranch. The breakdowns from the tractors to my occasional breakdown, which usually includes kicking a tractor tire a few times. We have a lot more on the way from right here in our little corner of Wyoming, and we want to thank you for taking your time and hanging out with us. Search Our Wyoming Life on Facebook and Instagram, and find us there for content that you can't find anywhere else. Until next time, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in Our Wyoming Life.